Alright y'all, welcome back to another video on Cage IQ. Now today we have a UFC prediction video from Maximum Profit, whatever that means to you. And this week we have a very interesting set of fights, because not only do we have a UFC fight night card, but we also have a Netflix card promoted by Jake Paul and MVP Promotions. And I'll be honest, that card is a lot better than the fight night card. But we will be going over the fight night card, headlined by Arnold Allen and Melquizael Costa today. This is from my hardcore fans, the real ones that stick to the UFC, even though the cards stank. This card stanks, I ain't gonna lie. It's a solid 5 out of 10. There are some intriguing matchups that I will be tuned in for, but let's be honest, you're gonna watch that Ronda Rousey card, and I don't blame you. But I'm still gonna break these fights down for the people watching. Starting off with the first fight on the card, which is Shauna Bannon versus Nicole Cagliari. I'm not going to spend too much time on this fight because both of these women suck. Shauna Bannon is a side kick demon. That push kick, she loves to use it. And who's going to stop her? She's probably one of those people that's practiced it 10,000 times. So she's going to get it off in this fight. Nicole Cagliari wants to grapple, but I don't think it's going to be effective against Shauna Bannon. I think that Shauna Bannon is going to be floating around the outside, fiending for that side kick. And when she does get taken down, she'll be able to play that bottom position very well. She can throw up submissions, and I think she will win by decision. Next fight on the card, Daniel Barres versus Luis Gurul. Again, battle of the ass. Luis Gurul is 0-3 in the UFC. Daniel Barres is 1-3 or 1-2. Either way, they both suck. But I'm gonna take Daniel Barres to win this fight. In a dogfight, I'm gonna take him. He loves to scrap. I feel like Luis Gurul sometimes can get reckless and he will swing and miss a lot. I feel like Daniel Barres is very accurate with his strikes. And if you're getting KO'd by Ode Osborne, I'm talking to you, Luis Gurul, I can't pick you in the fight. This will be a majority stand-up battle, so I'm picking Daniel Barres to win this. Potentially by KO, more than likely gonna be decision. But yeah, give me Daniel Barres. Next fight on the card is Alice Ardelian, aka the TikTok famous woman for doing that stupid ass face that she likes to do, and Polyana Viana, who is also kind of social media famous. So this is pretty much a battle of the social media famous women. But the thing is though, Alice Ardelian is not ass. She's won 2 in a row and she's a dog. She will take one to land one. But in this case, you're fighting Polyana Viana, who is fragile, can't defend takedowns, and pretty much just wants to protect that face of hers. She doesn't have that dog in her, and I think Alice Ardelian will make it ugly, will walk her down, get takedowns, use that clinch, just make it nasty for her. And I can see her potentially getting a finish in this fight, because she is a very like gritty fighter. But yeah, I'm gonna take her by decision though, just to be safe. So yeah, give me Alice Ardelian. Next fight on the card is Cody Brundage versus Andre Petroski. Now, Cody Brundage has had a very wishy-washy career in the UFC. Same thing with Andre Petroski. He's known for getting KO'd by a hip bone. Yes, he got KO'd by somebody's hip bone, shot a takedown, and ended up getting KO'd. Never will be replicated ever again, and it's probably one of the most unique KOs of all time. But back to the prediction. Who do I pick in this fight? I'm gonna pick Andre Petroski, simply because he's more reliable. He has wins in the UFC other than that stank ass loss to what's his name? It's blanking right now. His name is blanking. He just fought against GM3. Oh my god, it's blanking so bad right now. It's blanking. Jacob Malkoun, that's his name. But yeah, his losses and Cody Brunge's losses, they are kind of similar, but at the same time, he's making it somewhat competitive with these guys. Shabazian was, I wouldn't say competitive, but he took it to a decision with Shabazian. Cam Ralston, he got knocked out by Cam Ralston, but at the end of the day, that's Cam Ralston. He's very tough. I just don't have faith in Cody Brundage. I think he sucks. So give me Andre Petroski, man. That's really what it comes down to. So yeah, give me Andre Petroski, probably by a decision. So yeah, next fight on the card, we have Ketlin Vieira versus Jacqueline Cavalcanti. I'm going to pick Jacqueline Cavalcanti to win this by decision. Ketlin Vieira has a lot of wear and tear. She's been in the UFC for a while. She is a veteran. But one thing I will say is her grappling is sneaky overrated. Sneaky, just sneaky. Kayla Harrison dominated you. You didn't do enough to win the fight against Norma Dumont, and I think the fight's gonna go similar to that fight, except Cavalcanti is taller, knows how to keep it on the outside, and has decent takedown defense. Although nobody has tested her in that realm, I think she will be preparing for the wrestling, and if she can keep it on the feet, this is going to be a very smooth decision for Jacqueline Cavalcanti. So give me her by decision. Next fight on the card, we have Tommy Gant versus Artur Minev. Both of these guys are new to the UFC. Tommy Gant just got a win on the Contender Series, and Artur Minev is coming off of the regional scene. I think he fought in KSW. Tommy Gant, wrestler. He's a tall guy for the lightweight division. I think he's like 5'10", 5'11", decent reach. But one thing he wants to do when he gets out there is wrestle. He doesn't want to entertain anything on the feet, and you don't want to do that with Artur Minev. I've seen Artur Minev fight, and he does have a lot of KO power. He will hold you if he touches that chin, but I don't think he'll get that opportunity, especially since it's on short notice. Tommy Gant's been preparing for a grappler. He's been fighting this whole time, preparing for, who was it that he was supposed to fight? I don't know. Let me see, who was it? Trey Ogden. He was preparing for Trey Ogden this whole time, and then he pulls out and gets a short notice replacement against a 7-0 unknown Ukrainian. Chances are, if this goes into deep waters, Minev might gas, but I don't think it will go that far. I think Tommy Gant will get the takedown and get him out of here early. So yeah, give me Tommy Gant by, I want to say early TKO, ground and pound. All right, next fight on the card, we have Tuko Tokos versus Ivan Erslan. Again, battle of the Kakamierda. Ivan Erslan has not won a fight in the UFC, and Tuko Tokos, last time I checked, he's a victim. He won his last fight against, I think it was Tafa, one of the Tafa boys, but doesn't matter, man. My memory of you is getting sparked out stiff by Zhang Mingyang. That is my last memory of you. My memory of you is being a victim, but I don't think you'll be a victim in this fight because Ivan Erslan, although he hits hard and he wants to scrap and all that, he can't defend a takedown to save his life. And Tuko Tokos is not going to entertain the striking, or else he's going to get put on a t-shirt. So what I see is Tuko Tokos is going to go in there, shoot a double leg, and probably get him out of there early. So give me Tuko Tokos by submission, probably round 2. Alright, next fight on the card. Now this is a decent scrap right here. Nikolai Veretennikov versus Chaos Williams. Now, Chaos Williams is coming off of 2 pretty ugly defeats to Andreas Gustafsson and Gabriel Bonfim. Now, in hindsight, those aren't bad losses, but Gustafsson's was kind of a bad loss because he lost to Renat right after. But Bonfim is top 10, so that doesn't look too bad. Veretennikov is coming off of 2 wins in a row to not the best competition, Nico Price and Francisco Prado. But at the end of the day, a win's a win. But who do I have in this fight? I'm gonna pick Chaos Williams to win this fight. Now, will he get the KO? I can see it. I can see a late KO, maybe round 2 KO. I feel like the first round's gonna be a feeling out process. Both of these guys are pretty decent strikers. They're gonna respect each other, try to, gauge distance and whatnot. But then, as we get into the second round, then they're going to start scrapping, then they're going to start getting into the pocket, and I can see Chaos Williams catching him. One thing I will say is you don't really want to trade with Chaos Williams. That's what he wants, and if you allow him to do that, he'll probably put you down, and I can see that happening in this fight. So give me Chaos Williams by KO. Next fight on the card, Bernardo Sopai versus Timmy Kwamba. Now this is in the bantamweight division. Bernardo Sopai is coming off of a win against Ricky Tercios, and Timmy Kwamba is coming off of a win against, who was he fought again? Chang Ho Lee. So that's not a bad win in itself. The thing is though, this is Timmy Kwamba's first fight at bantamweight if I'm not mistaken, and he used to fight at lightweight. Yes, 155. So you're skipping a whole division and coming down 2 weight classes just to be a bully. Will it be effective in this fight? See, Sopai is not the guy to be testing this new division stuff with, because Sopai is very good, man. Say what you want, I know he got sparked out by Vinicius Oliveira in the worst way, like KO of the year type worst way, but he's still good, man. He's very well rounded for his size. He's a great striker, loves throwing leg kicks, like he's a very good kicker, and he has wrestling too. He's a very well-rounded guy, wrestling in his back pocket. And people forget, in that Oliveira fight, it was close. He was low-key winning that fight until he got KO'd. But I'm still gonna pick Timmy Kwamba, because not only is Timmy Kwamba also well-rounded, he's coming down 2 whole weight classes. He's not gonna get bullied in this fight. I can see him walking Sopai down and just being the bigger, more stronger, and just longer guy. Pause.
Hey, yo.
So yeah, give me Timmy Kwamba to win this fight, potentially by KO. I can see a late KO here. Alright, now we're on to the last 4 fights on the card. And we got Christian Edwards versus Modestas Bukauskas. Christian Edwards is a UFC debutant coming from Bellator PFL. Those areas, those regions. And I'll be honest with you, I don't see the hype in Christian Edwards, man. He is tall, pretty decent striker, cool. Knocked out, he's been knocking out garbage cans his whole career. And your record is 8-4, man. You've lost to Luke Fernandez, who's also in the UFC. But Luke Fernandez lost to Rodolfo Bellato. So that goes to show that you probably aren't UFC caliber. On the other hand, Modestas Bukauskas is. He's floating right outside that top 15 area. And he's fought in killers. He's fought veterans, game opponents, and he's just as good a striker as you, if not better. I'm gonna take Modestas Bukauskas to win this fight, and give me him to win by KO. This will be a tricky fight though. Don't get it twisted. I can see it being difficult just because Christian Edwards is tall, lanky, likes to keep it on the outside. Bukauskas is gonna have to find his way in, but he will. And when he does, he's gonna put Edwards down. I have faith in that veteran presence of Modestas Bukauskas, so give me him to win by KO. Ooh-wee. The last 3 fights are about to be serious. Now this is where you stick to the edge of your seat and lock in. Malcolm Wellmaker versus Juan Diaz. Hey man, shout out my Peruvian guys them, man. Took a trip to Peru and now I don't know, something clicked in my mind. Something about Peru just, has good vibes. It's a good time in Peru, man. So, I just gotta shout out my Peruvian guys real quick. But anyway, back to the topic at hand. Juan Diaz from Peru got one of the nastiest KOs on Dana White Contender Series history. I believe he spinning elbowed some Asian dude into the shadow realm at the end of the 2nd round, and Dana White was drooling, I'll tell you. So yes, he had to be in the UFC. On the other hand, Malcolm Wellmaker, this will be his 4th fight now, coming off a loss to Ethan Ewing. But we all know that Ethan Ewing is a killer. He will be a ranked opponent, our ranked opponent in the future of the UFC. And at the end of the day, it's not a bad loss. And we all know Malcolm Wellmaker for being a serious counter striker, known for that check right hook. He's known for just having a serious jab on him, known for having a very good and big frame for a bantamweight. And I think that will be enough to get him the win in this fight. Now, although Juan Diaz, is a tough South American, the Hispanic roots are always going to be deep inside your blood. He's hittable. He's very hittable. Watching that Contender Series fight, he was getting tagged at times. I'm not gonna lie to you. So, if an Asian guy that didn't make the UFC can tag you, what's Malcolm Wellmaker gonna do to you? Yeah, I don't know. I think it might get spooky for Juan Diaz. Now, will it go the distance? That's the real question. I think it will. I don't know how good Juan Diaz's chin is, but will it hold up against Malcolm Wellmaker? Chances are it could. If you can, I don't know, man. All I know is that I'm picking Malcolm Wellmaker to win this fight. His striking is too crisp, and the time is now. Don't forget that he is not a spring chicken. He is well in his prime right now. And I think that Ethan Ewing loss is going to fuel him to another level. So give me Malcolm Wellmaker to win this fight. Alrighty, co-main event. Daniel Willie Cat Santos versus the Korean Superboy, Do Ho Choi. Now, Do Ho Choi is on a 2-fight win streak after taking a wicked layoff, a 4-year layoff. Then comes back in 2023, fights 1 fight in 23, 1 fight in 24, and now he's back in 2026. This guy is the definition of inactive, and it's very, very bad. On the other hand, Daniel Santos is very active, and his last 2 wins were against Koreans. And not only did he beat those Koreans, he beat them like he stole something. He beat them like they stole something. Knocked them both out. Ju Sang-yo, Zombie Jr., and Jung Young Lee. Both pretty decent game Korean boys. And guess what Daniel Santos did to them? So who do you think I'm gonna pick in this fight? I think this is the new base for MMA. This is the new Drew Dober versus Black Boys. Right here, Daniel Santos versus Koreans. I'm picking Daniel Santos to win. Not just because of that, but because Do Ho Choi can't defend takedowns to save his life. And Daniel Santos will shoot takedowns. Now, I don't know how he's going to get it done, but he will get it done. Potentially by submission round 2, or potentially by ground and pound round 2. But just know he's going to grapple. Daniel Santos will grapple, and Daniel Santos will win. So give me Daniel Antonio Santos to win this fight via grappling. Alrighty, main event time. Arnold Allen versus Melquizael Costa. Melky Costa's on a 6-fight win streak, bro. That shit is crazy. That shit is crazy, I'm not gonna lie to you. And on the other hand, Arnold Allen has been very up and down in his last couple of fights, but that's because he's been fighting the best of the best. Gene Silva, Movsar Evloev. He beat Giga Chikadze, but Giga Chikadze is kind of, out of his prime now. Max Holloway. Like, bro, are you hearing these names he's fought? These guys are all title contenders or title holders. On the other hand, Melky Costa's best win is Dan Ige. Yeah, I'm picking Arnold Allen to win this fight, not just because of level of competition, but because of the fighting style. Melky Costa loves to throw kicks. He is a kicker at heart. He wants to stay at kicking range and kick you to death. But Arnold Allen's not going for that. He is going to put the pressure on him from the bell. I'm telling you that right now. Arnold Allen always walks forward. He's gonna see these kicks coming. He's gonna catch them, or he's gonna smother him and not allow it to happen. If he gets clipped, Arnold Allen can recover. Very quick recovery time. Has never been knocked out. Will get dropped onto a knee here and there, but never been knocked out before. And yeah, I just think it's gonna put the pressure on him. Will it be a knockout though? Who knows? Because Arnold Allen nowadays don't be knocking people out for real. But he has 5 rounds to do so in this fight. Nah, he ain't locking them out. I don't think so. I don't think he's knocking them out. On top of that, he may or may not grapple too. But Melky has submission threats. He's a very good BJJ expert. But yeah, I'm picking Arnold Allen. I'm picking Arnold Allen to win this fight. And I'm picking him by decision. I'm picking Arnold Allen by decision. So yeah, those are my predictions. I will be coming out with a Gina Carano versus Ronda Rousey prediction video very soon, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, if you are going to be watching this card, I hope you enjoy. I hope these picks are beneficial for you, and I'm out of here.